how long have we had this channel? Like 5 months now? Haven't cried yet. Today will not be the day. Dad! Oh girl, I hear you in the back. Dad! I should not be dancing to her pain like this. Welcome to my channel, I'm Nisi. So today, you guys, we are gonna be listening to an artist that I've actually really been intrigued by for like a long time now. I've just never actually taken the time to get into them, but no more, because today is the day that I'm gonna be listening to Miss Billie Eilish. Something about her has like always intrigued me, and I don't even know like what it is. It might be like the really bright yet simultaneously really dark hair, or it could be the fact that almost everything that she wears gives the chilling at home on the couch vibes, and yet somehow looks more expensive than like anything that I own. Or it could be the fact that she's been in her early 20s for like 5 years now. I don't know, she's just so interesting. But anyways, I've heard a few Billie Eilish songs like in passing. I watched the Barbie movie, so I've heard What Was I Made For. I've also heard Happier Than Ever, the song, not the album. And that song that's like, I'm the bad guy. That's not how she sang it at all. It sounded a lot better than that, but whatever song that was, that one too. But like I said, these were just songs that I heard in passing, so I wasn't really paying particular attention to the lyrics of the song. So I'm really excited to see like, what is her writing style? What does she write about? Like, what are her concepts? What's her sound? I don't really know anything really about her music, except for the fact that she has a really beautiful voice. Like, I really like her voice. It's so unique and kind of like old-timey and just like really interesting. So I'm very excited, you guys, and I just want to get into it. And if I end up liking this album today, and if you guys end up liking me and you end up liking this reaction today, we can get into her older projects as well. I mean, we can go down a whole Billie Eilish journey. So stick around for that. Let's just jump in and see how this goes. All right, guys, let's take a look at this track list like we usually do. We have Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. That's such an interesting title. It kind of, you look at like the cover picture and it's kind of making me think, okay, like, is this gonna be like very emotional? Like she's in the ocean and like this dark abyss, and it says like, hit me hard and soft. So like, that's concerning. It's very concerning. There are 10 tracks here, so it's like a shorter album. Very interesting, guys. I don't really know what to expect. Like I told you guys, all I know is that she has a really, really nice voice, but I don't really know what she writes about, what her concepts are, or her writing style. So I have no idea what to expect going into this. But I guess you guys probably didn't either. So we're gonna go through this together. I say we just go ahead and jump into the first track. It's called Skinny. I wonder if that's like a play on like skinny dipping, because she is in water. I wonder if it's like a play on that. I don't know. As always, I'm gonna pull the lyrics to all the songs because I'm slow. I need to follow on to something. All right, here we go. Okay.
Fell in love for the first time with a friend. It's a good sign.
It is.
Feeling off when I feel fine. 21 took a lifetime.
Oh.
People say I look happy just because I got skinny, but the old me is still me, and maybe the real me, and I think she's pretty.
Okay, wait. Stop! No, nope. Can we just take a minute? Can we just take a second? Hold on. I promise I'm not gonna wait too long because I do want this to ride out. I do want to like really get into this, but like already is this where we're going with the writing? Is this what we're about to get into? So she says like 21 took a lifetime. Okay, so she's like touching on her age a little bit. Maybe she's going to be reflecting on some of the issues that she went through at that age. People say I look happy just because I got skinny. That is such a reality in media. That is such a reality. But the old me is still me, and maybe the real me. So like insinuating that maybe she's different. I don't know. Yo, we're going to get more into this into the end because I do want to let the song ride out. I'm a little scared. I just want to say that. The emotion in her voice.
Step off the stage, I'm a bird in a Said I was your secret, and you didn't get to keep it. And the internet is hungry for the meanest kind of funny, and somebody's gotta feed it.
What is going on?
Cry.
The emotion in that? I just don't understand.
Never did you
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to stop again. I had no idea what to expect going into this. None. And so, like, I just wasn't expecting this. And that doesn't make any sense because I just said I didn't expect anything. But the lyricism that's being said, I already knew she had an amazing voice, but the emotion that she's emoting in her voice, this is just a lot. It's a lot to take in.
never did you.
Ooh.
I loved you for so
Ooh. Come on, strings! Y'all know how I feel about strings. It makes everything sound more emotional. Oh, what? Oh, that was a perfect blend. That was a perfect blend into Lunch, the next song. Okay. There was a lot going on in that last song. A lot going on. Let's go back. That song was so beautiful, like lyrically, emotionally, sonically. Like, it was just so beautiful. Like, I could hardly even believe it. I could hardly even like process what was going on. So she starts off the song saying, I fell in love for the first time with a friend. It's a good sign. She's talking about the fact that she fell in love with a friend. I don't know if this whole album is going to be romantic. I don't know. Could be. We'll see. But it's a very interesting way to start it. And then she starts sort of maybe giving us hints that she's maybe not going through the best time right now, because she says, I'm feeling off when I feel fine. And, you know, talking about how 21 took a lifetime. So, you know, maybe she's kind of going through some changes in her life right now, which is interesting because then right after that, she starts talking about, you know, people say I look happy just because I got skinny, but the old me is still me and maybe the real me. So that's what I'm saying. It kind of sounds like she's going through some changes because she's questioning if the old her is really who she is, which insinuates that who she is now, maybe she's not fully content with, or maybe she's just struggling a little bit with her identity and finding out who she is. That line is just so interesting when it pertains to the media. People say I look happy just because I got skinny, because that is something that the public does. Sometimes they assume that if a celebrity is like bigger, that they are miserable, or that they're not happy with themselves or their lives, or that they're not confident. They make like all these assumptions. And then as soon as they start losing weight, they automatically assume, oh, like she must be happier now. You must be happier because you dropped all that weight and stuff. And then she goes into saying, I still cry. So she's, again, kind of showing that maybe she's not completely content right now in some ways. She goes into saying, am I acting my age now? Am I already on the way out? I don't really know a lot about Billie. I haven't really like kept tabs on her or anything in any type of way. But I assume that these are things that the media would probably say about her, that she's not acting her age, or like, oh girl, like, you know, the things that they do with everyone, like you're washed up, or like you had your 15 minutes of fame, you're on your way out now. When I step off the stage, I'm in a bird cage. I'm a dog in a dog pound. That's so crazy. Like talking about how she's sort of feeling like caged or trapped. You said I was your secret and you didn't get to keep it. That might sound like she's like speaking of like this romantic partner now that she was talking about. Then she takes that part about crying and she flips it back on this other romantic person, I think, that she was talking about, and saying like, do you still cry? I never did you wrong. My patience is gone. I loved you for so long. So definitely I feel like she's talking about this romantic person, probably that she opened up the song talking about. What a story. Like, what a story already just in this first song. Like, the lyricism, her voice, like the emotion. I already talked about it. I literally already talked about it. I love how in the end of the song as well, she like gave the instrumentation time to just like take you out, just to like take you to this other place. The strings were beautiful. They kind of just like took you to another place. She's opening up a can of worms about like her inner struggles, her struggles with the media, her struggles in romance. Like, she's already opening up all these different concepts now that she can explore just from like the first track. She's like giving you, you know, she's giving you like an opening for like, these are the things that we might be discussing in the project, and they might tie back to the song. And it's just so interesting. I really like it. And I'm gonna move on because I know I've been talking for a while now. So guys, we're gonna move on to the next song called Lunch. I don't know if that's purposeful at all, but I just think that's very interesting how the song's called Skinny, pertaining to her weight, and then you go into a song called Lunch. I think that's very interesting. But here we go. The song blended so well too.
I could eat that girl for lunch. Yeah, she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one.
Oh, okay.
And I could never get enough. I could buy her so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush.
All right.
When you're there, I think you were made for me. Somebody write down the recipe.
It's a little grungy.
Hard not to overeat. You're just so sweet. I wanna shower for you like you want.
Ooh.
Clothes on the counter for you try. If I'm allowed, I'll help you take them off.
Get a little scandalous, girl.
She's taking pictures in the mirror. Oh my god, her skin's so clear. Tell her bring that over here. You need a seat, I'll volunteer. Now she's smiling ear to ear. She's the headlights on the deer.
Oh, the car sound.
Break it, just want it to bend. Do you know how to bend?
Girl, this little scandalous.
I could eat that girl for lunch. She dances on my tongue.
Slow it down.
I know it's just a hunch, but she might be the one. Tastes like she might be the one.
Woo! What is this? What is this sound? The breasts? Oh, please. Okay, listen. Y'all know I am not technical with music. Y'all know, we talked about this. I am not technical with music, so I cannot even like really sit here and say like what type of genre that really was. But oh my gosh, like it just sounds like very grungy, sounds dirty, which matches, because baby, these lyrics, are a little, they're a little risque, to say the least. Some of these I don't even want to break down. Like, should we even go through this? I like how she ties all this little stuff in having to do with food. You know, like she says, dances on my tongue. She says, taste. She says, like, it's a craving, not a crush, which I really like. She says, somebody write down the recipe, been trying hard not to overeat. I know that, like, I know what she means when she says overeat, like, been trying to like control myself with you. I know that that's what she's saying, but I can't help but thinking of Skinny. Like, I can't help but like think of that line that she said in there, which is just very interesting. I'm interested in more than just being your friend. So that's making me think that she is talking about whoever she was referencing on Skinny, because she did say, I fell in love with a friend. So I think that this could be the person that she's talking about. So maybe she's going to kind of take us through that relationship, possibly. Guys, so there's just a lot of like risque lyrics in here that I don't think I need to break down. I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory, and I think that y'all get it. But I just think that this song is just like a vibe. And I love, because her voice is like so soft and delicate, having her on this like grungy, kind of dirty, more like up-tempo type of song, you think wouldn't work, but it does. And it like comes off just like swaggy. Like, I don't know. She just has like this swag about her voice because it's so it's so like soft and delicate, but it just like rides on the beat well. Like I don't know how to explain it, but they do still like work well together. It's just very interesting. But no, that song was a vibe. It had me dancing, it had me moving. I like that song. All right, guys, let's move on to the next song. I'm not sure how to pronounce this word. I'm not sure. Chihiro, possibly. I don't know. Let's go what that is. Okay, so Chihiro is named after the lead character of a film called Spirited Away. And the beloved 2001 movie, a 10-year-old girl named Chihiro moves, I'm so sorry if I'm not saying that right, I'm so sorry, moves with her parents and enters the spirit realm where her parents turn into pigs. And the film follows Chihiro as she gains a new understanding and appreciation of life as she tries to save herself and her family. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. And this is like a Japanese animated fantasy film. So that's very interesting. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to like catch on to all the references and things because I have not seen the film. And so yeah, I might be completely lost. But I will try. I will try to see what's going on here. All right, here we go. Oh!
When I come back around, will I know what to say? Said you won't forget my name. Not today, not tomorrow. You told me it was war. Said you'd show me what's in store. I hope it's not for sure. Can you open up the door? Did you?
Oh! Oh, I love this! What the heck?
So you turn around, but it wasn't your face. Said I need to be alone now. I'm taking a break.
As always.
I returned, you were gone away.
Oh, it's like building and building. Whoa! Oh my God! Yo! It's like you're in another atmosphere. Yo!
And that's when you found me. I was waiting.
Yo, the production has been like so unpredictable. Like I really like that. It's hardly consistent. It's very like all over. Like it's very like you just don't really know what's gonna happen next. Y'all know I have beef with my laptop. So for a moment when I like paused there, I thought that my computer was messing up again, but it was just that, and then it just like came in harder. Like I love this production, her voice, the let me not even try. Let me not attempt. But her voice is this is just crazy.
I was waiting in the garden, contemplating. Beg your pardon, but there's a part of me that recognizes you. Do you feel it too? When you told me it was serious, were you serious? They told me they were only curious.
Now it's serious.
Raining in my hands and my lap. When you tell me it's all been a trap.
This voice in the back.
And I don't know if you'll make it back.
Do y'all hear this? I know you don't hear it because that's the point. point. Yo, the way that like the voices are so like far back, they're just so inaudible. Like you can't hear it. You literally can't hear it, but like the song is still going on and they're still saying like oh my gosh, like they're still singing. You can hardly even hear it. Yo. Okay, something about that is like so artistic. The like singing it but having it hardly be audible like at all. It's so interesting. So this song is super interesting sonically and lyrically. Like sonically, like I said, the production was just doing so much. Like it was changing so much. It would like build and build and build and just become this like big epic just sound. Like you feel like you're in like another place, the way that it just like surrounds you and it just like engulfs you. She's saying like, did you take my love away? Which is so interesting, like kind of making it seem like I loved you and maybe you took it for granted in some sort of way. So in the cover art, she's like, there's like this door that's open, right? And she's in darkness. And then there's like this opening of like the door that's like on a surface. So kind of like sort of in a way insinuating that if she gets through the door, it'll take her out of this dark water that she's in. And so she keeps repeating, open up the door. Can you open up the door? Later on, she says, you told me it was war, said you show me what's in store. So I don't know, I can't say exactly for sure what she means by open up the door. Maybe she's saying like, can you show me, can you like take me out of this place in life that I'm at right now, and can you show me what's in store? Like, can you show me more? Can you show me the light? Can you show me what love is like? I don't know, like can you just take me out of maybe this cage that she's in, that she talks about in Skinny? You know, in Skinny, where she talks about like being in a cage, feeling like she said like a dog pound. Like, can you show me other things? Possibly. But then she makes it seem like there was some sort of distance between them. Like she went off somewhere, and she says in the beginning, she says, when I come back around, will I know what to say? I don't know where she was. She's an artist, maybe like she was, you know, traveling. I don't know. She makes it seem like there was some sort of separation, right? And then she comes back and she's saying like, this person was saying, I need to be alone now. I'm taking a break. And she says, well, how come when I returned, you were gone away? Like, why when I returned from whatever separation this was, you're ready to leave? And she's making it seem like she doesn't even like recognize this person anymore. Like she doesn't even recognize who this is. She was talking about like, I saw you at the counter, but it wasn't your face. And at first I thought she was saying like, I'm seeing you in strangers. But then later on she says, I don't know why I called. I don't know you at all. Like, is it this person is changing? She says later on again, but there's a part of me that recognize you. She says like, beg your pardon, which is like something that strangers say. They'll be like, beg your pardon. I have no idea what she means by this trap, and like, you don't know if you'll make it back. That's like a song that I will have to listen to like multiple times. As always, you guys, give me your interpretations down in the comments below. How do you interpret this song? I'm not sure. I don't know if this door is supposed to be like a door to her world or a door to the other girl's world. You know, like when she says open the door, is she saying like take down your walls, take down your barriers, like let me into your world? Or is she saying take me out of my world? I don't know. Either way, this clearly seems like some sort of a relationship that she cared about. She loved this person, and it's gone awry in some sort of way. It's gone awry. For some reason, they're not able to really be in this love, and I don't know why. But that's so interesting. I really like that song. It's just so interesting. But you guys gotta let me know down in the comment section what your interpretations of this song was. I'm gonna have to listen to the song more than once. I just am. Also, let me know like how this correlates to the movie. I did not see the movie, so y'all gotta let me know also as well how this correlates to the movie, because I wasn't really like catching the correlation just from that little description that we read. So y'all let me know. All right, let's move on to Birds of a Feather. Whoa!
I want you to stay.
Oh!
Down in the grave.
brightest that I've ever heard her voice. Like, this is like a very bright vocal, and it's also a very bright instrumentation on a song that does not sound like it should be bright. Like, I'm over here like, and this is like sad. This is like actually sad though. Then why did you make it sound like this, girl? Why did you make this into a bop? I feel bad vibing out to your pain like this, girl.
You would keep the compliments I throw ya, but you're so full of shit.
Oh.
Tell me it's a bit.
Yeah.
So you don't see it, your mind's polluted.
Her voice.
I might be low, but baby, I don't wanna say goodbye.
Oh, girl, I hear you in the back. Girl, you better sing. Now, that could have been longer. Ooh, I love how that blends into Wildflower too. Listen, that might be my favorite song sonically so far. That was so good. Like the bright, I already talked about it. Her basically just talking about how, like, I'm gonna love you until the day that I die, till I'm dead and buried, and like I'm so certain of that, till the day that I die. And like this like clearly works so well after the last song, because we just talked about how, you know, it's clearly someone that she loved, but the love has gone awry. And so now we go into this song where she's talking about, I'm gonna love you until I'm dead and buried. And you can tell that whatever situation she's talking about, it's already over, because she says, if I'm turning blue, please don't save me, because there's nothing left to lose without my baby. Like, at this point, if something happens to me, don't even try to save me. I have nothing left if I don't have this person. She said, I never think I wasn't better alone. Like, she told herself that, you know, kind of like, I'll always be better off by myself. Like it's okay if I don't have someone or end up with someone. Like, I'm good by myself just being me. And now it looks like she's like second guessing that. She's thinking, actually, well, I'm not better off by myself. I need this person. That's such a desperate place to be. This song is such a desperate place to be. And you hear that in her voice. And that's what's so strange, because like, it's like a very bright vocal. It's a very bright sounding instrumental, but the desperation is in her voice and the way that she delivers it still. Like, usually she has that very melancholy type of tone from the songs that I've heard so far. I haven't heard that much from her, but like melancholy type of tone. But in this one, it's brighter, but like you still hear the desperation in it. And then it goes from being like super sentimental, and she starts throwing like a little bit of shots. Like, she says, like, you would keep the compliments I throw ya. Basically, like, you never give me anything back though. And you're so full of ish. Tell me it's a bit. Like, tell me this is all just fake. You're just acting. She says, and I don't know what I'm crying for, which takes me back to the first song, Skinny, where she says, now I'm crying. Yeah, that's a really sad place to be. I think that a lot of us can probably relate to that. Usually that feeling does not last forever, you know? Usually you feel like there's no possible way that I can live without this person. And then usually you end up moving on in the future, and then actually you realize, well, there is more outside of you, but it always feels like that in that time. And so I feel like so many people can relate to that song. Oh my gosh, that song is everything. It is one of my faves. All right, we're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Wildflower. Let's get it. Come on. Tar it up.
Things fall apart and time breaks your heart.
Oh, here we go. This is what we're getting into.
I wasn't there, but I know she was your girl. You showed her the world, but fell out of love and you both let go.
Oh.
Now I know that you love me. You don't need to remind me. I should put it all behind me, shouldn't I? But I see her
Oh, God.
in the back of my mind all the time. Like a fever, like I'm burning alive, like a sun. Did I cross the line?
Okay, so I think that it's safe to say that it is a good thing. It is a very good thing that I am not freaking heartbroken right now, because this song right here, why is it making me feel things? I'm not going through this. I'm not going through this. And I feel this. So I just know somebody is sitting in their bedroom right now listening to this song, bawling. Just bawling.
Good things don't last, and life moves so fast. I'd never ask who was better, 'cause she couldn't be more different from me. Happy and free in leather. Put it all behind me. I can see her.
Ah, my God.
Feels like a fever, like I'm burning alive, like a sign. Did I cross the line? And I wonder, do you see her
Stop.
in the back of your mind, in my eyes?
No. Oh, girl, please. No. Girl, please.
Valentine's Day, crying in the hotel. I know you didn't mean to hurt me, so I kept it to myself.
No, don't breathe. Don't breathe. That breath. We're not. Y'all gonna make me turn it off. Because it is not about to get worse than this. This is actually so relatable. Like, why is this so relatable? I'm not going through this right now, but I was. And oh, when I was, where was this song? Where was this when I was feeling it? The songs are never around when they need to be. Listen, so this is giving me the vibes that she is with someone, or was with someone, who was with someone before her, and she kind of can't get past the fact that she was like with that other person. She wonders if the person that she was with was still having thoughts about the person that came before Billy when they were together. So she said, like, she was your girl, you showed her the world, which I think is interesting, because in track 3 she was talking about how she was like saying that the other girl was going to show her, like Billy was saying that this other girl was going to show her I think like the world, or show her something, show her like the other side of something. So I think that that's interesting. You fell out of love and you both let go. And so she was saying that that made us closer. Me like comforting you made us closer. And I know that you love me. Like you say that you love me. You don't need to remind me. But I see her in the back of my mind. I cannot stop thinking about her all the time. It's like that constant reminder that you were with her. She said, well, good things don't last, which I think is interesting, because in the last song, Birds of a Feather, she was saying like, maybe it'll last forever and like good things don't last. I just think that's interesting that she said that. And then so she says, I'll never ask who was better because she could not be more different from me. Like me and this other girl, we are so different. And she says, happy and free and leather. And I think that's interesting because she said that this other girl is happy. So are you saying that you're not happy? Because y'all are so different, right? So you're talking about how you contrast each other. So you're saying that she's happy and you're not, she's free and you're not, which would make sense because in Skinny, didn't she say that she was in a cage, a dog pound? And then she said the other girl is in leather. I don't know if that could be kind of like because, you know, Billy tends to wear like baggy clothing and usually leather clothes are tight fitted. So I don't know if she's saying like she wears tight fitted clothes and I wear really like baggy clothes. I don't know. Again, she's talking about crying again, like she said in Skinny. She's talking about crying in a hotel on Valentine's Day. And it just makes me so sad because I just know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. She's wondering, like, do you see her in my eyes? Do you see her when you look at me? Do you think about her when you touch me? And I just hate that. That's horrible. But I love how this song sounds. Like, I love the melodies of it. I love how just, I don't know, it just sounds so delicate. It sounds so delicate, which, you know, it's nice because the song is called Wildflower. It just gives me like a picture of like delicacy. Also, I love the storytelling. I love the storytelling of like talking about how y'all were together, then y'all fell apart, and then I, you know, got with her. I was comforting her. I love the like storytelling of that, how she opened it up. This album, the way that it's written sonically, all the different sounds, the emotion, the vulnerability, like this is okay. We're going to move on to the next song, which we heard the beginning of, but I'm already scared. It's called The Greatest. Let's do it.
I'm trying my best.
Let's start off with a breath. I'm done.
To keep you satisfied. Let you get your rest. While I stayed up all night.
No.
Let you come and go. Whatever state I'm in. All my love and patience. All my admiration. All the times I waited.
Keep going. Keep stacking stuff
For
on.
you to want me naked, made it all look painless. Man, am I the greatest?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't. How long have we had this channel? Like 5 months now? Haven't cried yet. Today will not be the day. I refuse to make today that day. It was her voice. What did it do? It like broke. Her voice like broke something. Some broke. And then so did my self-esteem and everything in me.
We don't have to fight when it's not worth fighting for. What I would have done, anything at all.
Under the sleeves.
Am I the greatest? My congratulations. All my love and patience. All my admiration.
I love how she stacks stuff on.
Made it all look painless. Man, am I the greatest? The greatest. You couldn't even break it. I shouldn't have to say it. You could have been the greatest.
Listen to me right now. Listen to me. That is one of the songs of the year. It is. It is. It is. It is one of the songs of the year. The greatest, like, you ever heard a song that you're literally not even going through that? You're not going through it. But it transports you back to the time when you were. Those are the best songs. Those are the best heartbreak songs. I don't care. The best heartbreak songs make you feel like you were going through it in the moment. Make you feel like whatever trial and tribulation it is, you're going through it right now. Why am I still holding this board? Why, whenever I'm going through a heartbreak, I have to go back and listen to songs from 2015 that get me moved? Where was this? Now I need somebody to go break my heart right now. Like, immediately. Somebody needs to break my heart right now. Just meet me. Fall in love with me. What did she say? Make me think that it's all, what's the word? A bit. Somebody write a script, come make me fall in love with you and break my heart so I can listen to it. I love how she puts you in the mindset of trying to, like, help you to understand some of the things that she was going through by, like, giving you examples. I tried to keep you satisfied. I let you get your rest while I stayed up all night. Just like making sacrifices in the relationship that the other person was not making. And you don't want to know how alone I've been. I let you come and go whatever state I'm in. Like, no matter how I'm feeling, just let you just, like, come and go. And that really says some things, no matter what state you're in. So you're saying even when you're in, like, a depressive state, when you're going through something, they're just coming and going. Like, that really goes to show you what she was experiencing in this. I love how in this chorus, she's like listing off the things that she's given, things that she's went through, things that she sacrifices. She keeps piling it on. It just, like, builds the emotional impact of, like, listing it out like that. So you see, these are all the things that I went through. Instead of just, like, taking all of that, summarizing it into, like, one word. All the times I waited for this, that, and this. All my admiration, all my love and patience. Boom, 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 boom. And it just hits you. It hits you hard. It hits you hard. I'm starting to get the title. And I made it all look painless. Man, am I the greatest. Like, the sarcasm of it. This line right here is devastating. Devastating. She says, all the times I waited for you to want me naked. That could mean a couple of things, right? So one, the word naked could just kind of be a term for vulnerable and raw. So maybe, you know how people say people are always, always want to be around you when everything is good and everything is great, especially when you're famous, right? You got all this money, notoriety, everything is great. Everybody wants to be around you when everything is going good. But when you're vulnerable, when you're raw, when you're going through it, not everyone wants to be around you. So maybe is that what she's saying? Like, all the times I waited for you to want me in my most vulnerable state. She even says, earlier, we just talked about it. She says, like, I let you come and go no matter what state I was in. So even, like, if I was in a depressive state, I let you just come and go. And so is that maybe what she's saying? Like, I waited so long for you to accept me even in my lowest moments, for you to care about me in my most vulnerable moments. Or she could mean, physically. She could mean, I waited a long time for you to want me naked. She said in one of the other songs, right? She said, you started off basically just curious. You were just curious. So maybe she's saying it took a while for me to really feel physically wanted by you. I don't know. Like, that's a devastating line. That is a devastating line. And then turning it around on the other person at the end and saying you could have been the greatest. Guys, I can't with this song. I cannot. That is that's got to be my favorite. It is. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. That's my favorite song on the project. It's one of the best songs that I've heard this year. Can we move on, please? Let's move on to Jesus, I can't pronounce anything. L'Amour de ma vie. That's probably terrible. Let me look up what this means. Okay, it means the love of my life. All right, let's get it.
I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes, but I need to confess, I told you a lie.
Her voice is a lot bolder. Oh, I love how she says that. My life.
The love of my life. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology.
It's
for
not.
Making me feel like it'd kill you if I tried to leave. You said you'd never fall in love again because of me. Then you moved on immediately.
The laugh.
But I wish you the best. I told you a lie when I said you.
Oh, come on now.
You were the love of my life.
Oh, this is so good. So good.
Upset almost all of the time, but after I left it was obvious why. Because for you.
Oh my gosh.
I was the love of your life. But you were not mine.
Wow. Oh. Where's this going?
Wanted to keep it, like something you found.
Her love.
You wanna know what I told her? With her hand on my shoulder, you were so mediocre, and we're so glad it's over now. Girl on camera, the girls on camera. Your girl's a fan. Miss me, slays me. It's such a pity. We're both so pretty.
What a heck of a song. The changes that song went through, production wise, vocally, the effects on her voice towards the end, that was a lot. The song is so interesting, right? Because the majority of the songs that we went through so far, Billie is talking about how she's so in love with this person, right? And then we finally get to this song, and this song just completely contradicts all of that. So it could be a couple things, right? it could be possible that she wrote this song about someone completely different than the rest of the songs were about. You know, like she could be writing about multiple people. That could be something. Or maybe she's gotten to the point, you know how like I was just saying in like one of the other songs, it feels like you're going to love someone for the rest of your life. That's how it feels. But eventually you get to the point where you just like move on, and maybe you love that person still, but just in a different way. You're no longer in love with them. Or sometimes you get to the point where you realize that was never even love in the first place. That was like infatuation. That was an obsession a bit, you know, like you kind of get to the point sometimes where you realize that maybe it wasn't. So that could be what's happening here. A part of me was wondering when I was listening to it if she was singing from the perspective of this other person that she's been talking about this whole time. Because some of the things that she said, you know, just kind of tie into other songs. Saying like, you made me feel like it'd kill you if I tried to leave. I feel like Billie has said stuff to that effect about feeling this for that person. And then saying like, you say you never fall in love again because of me. Like these are all things that Billie has sort of alluded to in her other songs. So I was like, is she singing from the perspective of this other person that she's been talking about? And so this person is saying, listen, you were in love with me, but I was never in love with you. Or maybe Billie is just coming to this realization that she never really was in love with this person. Or or she's just talking about somebody else. And then I like how she kind of like hits this realization later on in the song where she says, thought I was depressed or losing my mind, my stomach upset almost all of the time. But after I left, it was obvious why. Because for you, I was the love of your life, but you were not mine. So that like feeling of kind of just like realizing that you're not really where you should be, which can be like a very guilty feeling, knowing that you're the love of someone else's life, but you don't feel that same way for them. My brain was going through so many things as I was listening to the song. I was thinking like, is she speaking from the perspective of the ex on Wildflower? Because she was talking about how, you know, this person like moved on immediately. So I was thinking like, is she talking from the perspective of the ex on Wildflower, and then she would have moved on immediately to Billie? Like, is she talking from the perspective of this person, that person? My brain was going through so many things. So I was like, this is such a contradiction from everything that we just heard. But I like that. Like, it's interesting. It keeps you on your toes. It's like a little plot twist. It's like a little plot twist. You guys give me your opinions, your perspectives on this song. I was sitting here going through like a multitude of different things, of like multiple perspectives that she could be speaking from. But maybe she is just at the point where she's just realized that maybe that is the realization. When she hits that realization of saying like, maybe when she was saying like, thought I was depressed or losing my mind, she's alluding to all the other things that she talked about in the other songs. Maybe she's alluding to the fact that I thought that I was in love with you. I thought that I couldn't live without you. I thought that I would be so depressed without you. But after I left you, now I actually realized actually I wasn't that in love with you, but you were with me. And that's why I was feeling all of those things. It's so interesting. That might be the realization. Y'all listen. I'm going through so much. Let me know down in the comments, you guys. This is another one of those songs you just gotta listen to more than once to like get the picture. Let's move on to the next song called The Diner. What? Hey! 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 Yo!
Please don't call the cops. They'll make me stop. And I just wanna talk.
Little creepy girl.
Waiting on the corner till I saw the city leave. Was easy getting over and I landed on my feet. I came in through the kitchen looking for something to eat. I left a call the cards so they would know that it was me.
Oh! The pause of me. This is a little creepy girlfriend. What? This song is wild.
all sickness is sweet. If something happens to us, then they use this me.
How many people are calling that number? How many people listen to this album and called that number? So I have no idea whether this is a true story or not. I would hope that it's not. But even if it's fictional, love the storytelling. Saying like I saw you on the screen, so I'm thinking, you know, like someone who's like also in the industry as well. Maybe I know that we're meant to be, and you know, you're in my dreams, you're in magazines, you're looking right at me. It's a little stalking going on. Like, I'm waiting on your block. Please don't call the cops, even though I'm being creepy, waiting on your block. And I waited for the sitter to leave, and you could be my wife. I bet I could change your life. Like, girl, no. She said, I came to the kitchen looking for something to eat. I don't know if she's saying literal food or if this is a reference to lunch. And if it is a reference to lunch, we ain't talking about no BLT. I just think that this is a really fun, just like funny, interesting, entertaining song. You know, and it actually, okay, it's like clearly a fictional story. I hope, right? So like, but even though it's fictional, it's like turning something that could be a very real emotion and making it into a fictional story. Like the real emotion of crushing on someone and really wanting someone. What did she say earlier in Lunch though? Like, it's not a crush, it's a craving. yeah. This song and Lunch, they're kind of tying, but it kind of like takes the emotion of having a crush on someone and like really wanting to be with them and like low key maybe stalking them on social media, low key like maybe if you're still in school, you know, like looking at them from across the classroom and just like really, really wanting to be with them, imagining that you're getting married, imagining that, you know, they kiss you goodnight and y'all get invites and things like that. It's taking that real emotion and just turning it into like an entertaining, fun, funny story and a funny song. But it's like a real emotion though. It's a real emotion that many of us have had before, which is why I really like it. And I like how she like continuously references like, you know, like a calling card, and then in the end she actually like lists off a number. Yeah, just really like that song. That song was fun. It was funny. It was just a bit concerning, but I like that song. I like how it ties into like Lunch as well. All right, let's move on to the next song, which is called Bittersweet. Woo! These sounds, man. Oh, I love the sound of this. Oh, no. You will do that again. You will do that again. You will do that again. That ain't.
I was on my knees outside of my body, watching from above. I see the way you want me. I wanna be the one. 'Cause I can't fall in love with you.
What the heck? island vibes. Like, what is going on? What did I say earlier about the production being so unpredictable? What the heck?
You seem so paranoid. I'm looking at the voice. I've never filled the void out of spite. You seem so paralyzed. It's so romanticized. If this is how I die, that's alright.
Yeah. Because it's overseas and it sounds islandy.
I'll see you in the sweet. We can be discreet. Love's so bittersweet.
Ooh.
Open up the door for me, 'cause I'm still on my knees. I'm staying for
What the heck? What is she saying? What the heck? I thought this was the next song. Oh yeah, they just said we're just gonna show off on the production. We're just gonna show off. We're just gonna do the most random, we're gonna take them through a roller coaster of different sounds. That's insanity, like truly. I love how in the end she says like bittersweet in the way that we all know the word to be, but like in the title it's sweet as in like a hotel room, which she says later on in the song as well. I love how she keeps saying I've been overseas, and like the second part of the song just sounds so islandy in a sense, like it just matches. So she's having all these like thoughts and dreams and things about this person, but she can't fall in love with them. She doesn't want to fall in love with them. She doesn't want to get to that point. She's like, I gotta be careful, gotta watch what I say, gotta hope that it all goes away, I guess, like the feeling. And she's like, she wants to though. She's like, no matter how bad I want to, I can't. I love how in the end she like makes these callbacks to like different songs. So she says bittersweet, which is obviously like the title of the song, but then she also says La Amor de ma vie. I should have listened to how she pronounced it. She calls out that song, which she said earlier. It was in track 3, Chihiro, that song, where she kept talking about like opening up the door. So like calling on that one as well. So like I love how she did that in the end as well, like talking again about the door. This person is like definitely taking over her mind though. Can't land on my feet, can't sleep, have you underneath all my beliefs. I don't know what she means by beliefs. I don't know. She could be like, I don't know, it could be like beliefs of like things that she's like standards that she set for herself. It could be what she was saying earlier about like how she told herself that she would never feel like being with someone is better than being alone. Like she would never tell herself that she's not better off alone or something like that. So maybe she's like, maybe that belief could be religious beliefs. You know, I have you under my beliefs, so that's why we have to be discreet. I'm not sure. Could mean a lot of different things. Because she does say I'm still on my knees, which I was thinking was something else. I was thinking that was something else, but like I don't know if being on her knees and, you know, talking about having you underneath my beliefs could have something to do with like religion in some sort of way, because I don't know anything about her. This is my first time even like sitting and listening to her, so I don't know what her beliefs are. But that would be interesting if it's like a shout out to that. That's what she means by like I'm still on my knees, like I still have these beliefs, I still believe in these things. I'm not sure. I don't want to make assumptions about her. And then she does say, God, I hope it goes away. And I kind of just like saw it as just like God, this, that. Like people, you know, just like use the word God casually, but it could have been intentional. That's such a sensitive subject And like I said, I do not want to make assumptions about her. Y'all don't come for me. I don't know her. I'm just listening to the lyrics. It could also mean plethora of different things. She could have just said that casually. On her knees could have been the thing that could be the other thing. I'm just saying. Yeah, but all in all, it kind of seems like she's trying to push off being in love, which is sad. But guys, we're gonna get to the last track. This is so crazy. It's called Blue. I really like Bittersweet. I love all the different sounds that it goes through. It's like taking you through different worlds. I really like that. It's so interesting. All right, guys, the last song is called Blue. Okay, let's get it. This is gonna be slower. My God, don't do this again, girl. Never mind. I love how those callbacks. All these no. We're not doing this. All these callbacks that she's making. She's mentioned being blue before. Her saying like, I thought we were the same, birds of a feather, obviously that song. She starts speaking like the French, like wow, more I still don't know how to pronounce it. She starts speaking like the French, right? She says like, I'm trying my best to know what's in store. She said that in, I keep messing up what song it was. In Chihiro, she says like, you know, you said it be a war, show me what's in store. That song. And then she says, open up the door. Again, it's from that same song. Then she's about to say something about being overseas and in a bird cage. Like, I can't. The lyrics! The back of my mind! The back of my mind! That was in the other song! What song was that? Wildflower? The back of my mind? I'm done.
Word in a cage, thought you were made for me.
Chills, man. And long sleeve. Change it up again. Change it up again.
You were born bluer than a butterfly, beautiful and so deprived of oxygen.
What is this?
I don't blame you, but I can't change you. Don't hate you, but we can save you. Paranoid and petrified of what you've heard. But they could say the same about me. I sleep about 3 hours each night, means only 21 a week.
21.
And I could say the same about you. Born blameless, good but famous too. Just a baby born pit.
Is this Phineas?
I don't blame you, but I can't change you. Don't hate you, but we can save you.
Come on. How is this classical and makes you want to shake your behind at the same time? Come on, strings! Thank God that's over. Thank God. We'll need to do no more. We don't need to get no more emotional. That was enough emotion for the night. I felt enough for the rest of 2024. There's nothing else to feel. Yes, leave it there. I would like to feel nothing else. This album, my first Billie Eilish album ever. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this artist that y'all have known for much more longer than me, and that y'all have been listening to for much more longer than me. But I'm gonna tell you anyway. This girl, she yeah. There you go. That was all I had to say. This has to be one of the top contenders for album of the year. Now it may not be fair because it is May. It may not be fair because it's May. I'm not saying that it is the album of the year. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say it was the album of the year. I said this needs to be in the top contenders for album of the year. From what I've heard thus far, right? And I have a couple of ideas in mind of what albums I think should be considered for album of the year. Add this to the list. The lyrics were so good. I love the vocals. The emotion that she was able to portray in her vocals, they were just beautiful. They were beautiful. What song was it that completely destroyed me? Was it The Greatest? She said she did something with her voice and it almost destroyed me. The production, the way, like I said, it was unpredictable. It was doing so much. It was going so many places, but I really liked it. It was doing a lot, but in the best way. There was such a variety of sound on here. Songs that make you go, songs that make you go, huh, and kind of destroy you. And some songs that have both. I really enjoyed this project. I greatly enjoyed this project. I'm going to give you guys my top tracks. I like all these. Let me make this clear. There is not a bad song on this entire thing. There's not a bad song, in my opinion, on this entire thing. But I'm going to give you guys my, faves, the ones that, really, really stood out to me that I love the most. Skinny, Birds of a Feather, Wildflower, The Greatest, L'Amour de ma vie, and Blue. So that's 6 out of 10 being, absolute faves. And like I said, you guys, give me you guys' perspectives on especially on the songs that I was confused about, Chihiro, L'Amour de ma vie. Give me y'all's perspectives on those and all of these songs as well. Honestly, yeah. That was just such an experience. It sonically takes you to a different world. Her voice takes you into a different world. She lets you feel the emotion. It's just so different than when I listen to on a day-to-day basis, honestly. It was just such a different experience. Her voice is so unique already. I was saying that. Her voice is already so unique. It's kind of old timey, but also it's just, there's this delicateness about it. Just this soothingness, this calmness about it. But also all of her songs they're not boring though. It's not you're sitting there and she's and it's just it's engaging, it's fun. She has dancing songs that get you moving. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to get into more Billie Eilish. That has been made evident. So let me know down below if you guys want me to do more Billie Eilish. If not, I'll just do it by myself. I'll do it on my own, off camera. But you guys let me know if you want me to do it on camera with you guys. It's got to be enough of y'all. It can't just be 3 of y'all, So you guys let me know if y'all want me to react to more Billie Eilish. This was just so good. It was vulnerable. I'm just gonna keep talking about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I really hope that you guys go and enjoy this album, and let me know down in the comments what you guys' opinions are about it, your views are about it. If you like this video, please like this video so we can get out to more people. And yeah, you guys, that's about it. Stick around if you guys want to see more Billie Eilish content, and let me know if you guys want more Billie Eilish content, as well as everyone else that I tend to react to on this channel, a plethora of different people. So yeah, let me know. Anyways, love you guys. I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.